What's up, guys? Welcome into the College Football Show presented by the World Sports Network. Here with Brock Boynton. We're talking week 3 college football. Hard to believe it's already week 3. We're kind of rolling through the season, man.
Yeah, I'm not liking it. It's going too fast. I mean, it helps that we have football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I mean, Tuesday, Wednesday, you just got to get through the week. And I mean, what a way to start off a football weekend last night. I mean, I it's a beautiful thing to see. I'm getting ready to get in playoff baseball. Hockey's getting ready to start up. I mean, it's NBA is getting ready to start. It's a beautiful season.
Yeah, best sport month is definitely October. I think we'll get kind of everything cooking. You get playoff baseball, you get college football at its peak. The weather starts to turn. It gets a little more crisp out. NFL, like NFL's still young, but the thing is, like, college football already week 3. I think the different thing about today's climate of college football, at least like the college football playoff, is long. It goes forever. The season takes so long. So even though you're in week 3 and you only got 13 weeks with the bye or 14 with the bye, or whatever.
Yeah.
You still get so much college football outside of bowl season now with that playoff that's meaningful, and it's awesome.
And they extend those bowls too, just to fill in those gaps in those dead periods of getting ready for the playoffs and all that fun stuff.
See, like, bowls were so bad for me last year. I'm like afraid to bet on a bowl game outside of college football playoff.
Well, I mean, it's so unpredictable. You don't even know who's going to be playing.
No,
it's
even like Cam Ward, Pop-Tarts Bowl, Cam Ward, like that was the worst. That was the worst feeling in the world for me last year. Like, don't even play in the game. Like, I look at you worse going out there for a half, lighting it up, and then not going out in the second half.
And then what? Team comebacks and wins, and you end your career a loser. Like,
you end your career a loser. That was embarrassing. He should have never even. If you're that worried about getting hurt, don't even play in the game. Like,
exactly.
Don't
even
be
up front.
Yeah. And the thing I did like about this year a little bit more, guys were playing in the bowl game. Jalen Milroe played at Alabama. Did not make a difference. But you saw a lot of starting quarterback. We probably would have been better with Ty Simpson last year in the bowl game. But the starters, there were a lot of starters, guys who were going high in the draft who were playing in the bowl games, which is a good sign. And they should. I think it should be on their contracts and their NIL that, like, your value runs through the end of the season. Like, if you don't play in the bowl game, we don't give you your money, kind of thing.
No, you hit it right on the head. I mean, in today's world, this is professional. This is semi-pro. This is professional. These guys are being paid to play, so you better play. You're there to represent. You're being paid for name, image, and likeness. So yourself, and you're representing your family, and you're representing that school to the full max of that contract that you signed before even getting on campus. The same contract, the same numbers you're demanding, even. Well, you got to put up this amount of zeros before I even step foot on campus. I mean, that is crazy.
Yeah, definitely. They should be playing in the games. But at least in week 2, week 3, we don't have to worry about that in college football. So guys are still showing up and playing now. We had some big games this week. We're going to go through, talk about the big ones a little bit, also talk about some picks that we like here. But the first one I want to mention, USF versus Miami. You got USF as a 17-point dog, 17.5 now going to Miami. From a betting perspective, I don't know if I want any part of this. I think Miami is a much different beast than Florida or Boise State. I also think South Florida is playing some of the best football they can possibly play right now. Even last week, though, I mean, they got a good kicking game, but Florida just kind of dropped the ball in that one. They were never going to cover the number. But how do you see this one playing out, Brock?
I see it being close at the beginning, first half, but when they make a halftime adjustment, I mean, Miami's just going to win in the trenches. I hope it doesn't get too ugly for South Florida. I think the second half, Miami's just. It's going to be the dogs are going to be out, and it's just going to be takeover. Carson Beck's going to be doing Carson Beck things. A guy that's been there, done that. We've already seen him play at a high level first game, and he's back in Miami. I mean, his place is going to be rocking. Shoot, it's South Florida. South Florida. I mean, how close is South Florida University to Miami? I mean, they're going to be packing. They're going to be coming too. I mean, it's going to be a great environment.
Yeah, people got excitement over South Florida football now, and I like what they've done. They're not going to win the game outright. Like, no. I'll stick to that. Like, they have no chance of going in there and win this game outright. I still think, and watching them, I didn't watch as much of the Florida game as I would have liked to last week. I watched the entire Boise State game. Boise State just said, hey, we're going to go out physical them, and they weren't able to do it. I like Byron Brown at quarterback for South Florida. He's so physical. He's going to try to, like, he's the guy who's going to run you over instead of run away from you as a quarterback, which I think helps a lot. 17.5, such an appealing number, but you know what it also could be though too. I don't know if this would remind you of this game, but like I look at Bo Nix's Oregon going against Michael Penix's Washington Huskies, right? Like Washington had beaten Oregon earlier in the season.
Yes.
You go to the Big Ten championship game, they're still a 10-point underdog and they win it outright. Like it kind of feels like this a little bit. Like I think the spread should be a little lower just because of the respect that USF should have, and that maybe they go in and surprise people. Who knows?
No, I agree with you, but it just goes to show what Vegas thinks of Miami.
Yeah.
And because to me, I feel like South Florida should – I think the respect that they are getting being in the top 20 at least in the rankings. I mean, who knows? They go in there and make it a game, and they cover, and people are scratching their head to Miami and say, wow, this South Florida team's legit. Like I said, I'd be curious to know what the spread would be before that first half of that game for like a South Florida to cover. Like if it's like a 8.5, 9.5, I mean.
Let's see what it's at right now. So their first half line currently is, let's see. First half, you're getting them 10.5 right now. It's a pretty good deal.
Even better. 2 scores.
Yeah. I mean, Miami hasn't played anybody either. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. Notre Dame's a good football team, but Notre Dame kind of plays into – Notre Dame's not going to blow anybody off the field.
They love playing with competition.
Yeah, because of how they play football. They're not going to blow anybody off the field. We're going to talk about Notre Dame here in a little bit with their matchup against Texas A&M. But, like, Miami – when a team allows you to stay in the game because of how they play and you're that explosive, you're always going to have a chance. Like that game easily could have went to Notre Dame. It could have went to Miami. I think Miami's a different beast, but at the same time too, I think South Florida can hang with them early. Later it's going to be tough.
Right.
But look at Miami's schedule right now, -122 to make the college football playoff. You go South Florida, you play Florida at home. I think they're going to smoke Florida, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I think they'll be at least a 10-point favorite against them.
It's just, I mean, that just goes down to all those dudes played each other in high school.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So they're still holding grudges from high school. You were ranked, you were a 4-star, I was a 5-star. Hold these, like it's that disrespect / respect that they do have for each other. I mean, it's gonna be some hitting going in that game.
If Miami can get through South Florida and they get through Florida and they get through Florida State, really get through Florida State's the big one, I would say, because you're not going to get 3 ACC teams to the college football playoff. You probably get 2 this year. Clemson, who knows if they're going to be able to recover? They do not look good, but like if you get through those games, I mean, you end with Louisville, Stanford, SMU, who could be okay, Syracuse, NC State, Virginia Tech, Pittsburgh. Like you're going to go undefeated,
right?
So Miami's got a really good chance of getting in the college football playoff right now for -122.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's great value for that. I mean, even if they do, in my opinion, they win tonight. They win, obviously. Even if they do lose to Florida State, that's a 1 loss. And they get to, would they still be able to get to the ACC championship? I don't know.
Well, Clemson's. It would depend. Does Clemson play Florida State? That's the question. So Clemson does play Florida State. So
I mean, it could get ugly, and it could get.
If Florida State beat Clemson and beat Miami, it would go to a tiebreaker. So whatever that tiebreaker is, I'm not exactly sure. Now, if Clemson beat Florida State and Florida State beat Miami, I think it would be Clemson versus Florida State. So. Depends. I don't know. Clemson's. Oh yeah, whatever the tiebreaker is. I mean, the ACC games haven't started yet. So.
Right, but I said it yesterday. Going back and forth with a gentleman, he's got close ties to Notre Dame. He was obviously giving me some shit about my Bama losing to Florida State week 1. I told him better watch it because that Florida State is a dangerous team, especially if they go in and beat Miami. What's that make Notre Dame look like?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make Notre Dame.
What, especially going into this weekend, because I know a lot of people are thinking Texas A&M is going to come in here to South Bend and get a little get back from last year.
See, I don't. Let's move into that game because I don't necessarily see that happening.
I agree.
I don't see it happening. I think the way they play football doesn't necessarily lead to a Notre Dame easy cover by any means. I think Texas A&M's always been overrated. Like that's where I'm at. And I don't know how great Notre Dame is. Like I think you have the bad week, then you get a bye week to prepare. You should be ready to go for this game, and this is your season. I still think there is a route for Notre Dame to get in if they lose this game. Like I think 10-2 Notre Dame probably gets in because you lost early. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
Absolutely not.
Really? Okay.
No way. You can't put them in. There's no way you can put a 10-2 Notre Dame team into the college football playoffs. Well, especially with how everything's panning out right now.
You probably can't, especially if you can make the case that like Miami, Florida, you could get 3 ACC teams in this year. You can make the case. You're right. I mean, the season is on the line here for
this. No, this is it. I mean, because like a dark horse like Illinois, look at their schedule is they play Ohio State, but they get in the Big Ten with a 1 loss. I mean, that's a team that no one's probably really thought about even entering into the college football playoffs.
Yeah,
but they're going to have the numbers to do it.
Notre Dame.
It's. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It was just you see a team like SMU last year that was almost begging to be able, like they're saying, well, why shouldn't we be in? Well, we saw why you shouldn't have been in. And yes, I think a Notre Dame caliber football you can't really compare to an SMU. It's different, you could say.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a 10-2 Notre Dame football team does not deserve to be in the college football playoffs. Because what that tells me is you lost your 2 hardest games of the season. The first game you had all off season to prepare for, and then this game at home opener, and you had 2 weeks worth of practice to prepare for this one. And then after this, you're gonna go play Purdue. I mean, it's a joke of a schedule that they have remaining. So, no, I do not think they deserve to be in the college football playoffs.
I don't think they deserve to be in, but I think losing early is the only saving grace that they have. But, yeah, they shouldn't. With their schedule, it's a joke. You need one more ranked game on the schedule. Like
right?
They would save themselves by adding a top 10. If you had a top 10 team at the end of the season, you can go 10-2 and get in, but right now it's hard to.
See, and I understand like scheduling's planned out 5-6 years in advance. I mean, now it's even getting longer than that. You are Notre Dame. You are in the middle of the country. Everyone around the world knows who Notre Dame is.
Yeah.
How is a Michigan not on your schedule? How is Ohio State? Or even an Iowa? That would even shake something up. I mean, you are right in the dead middle of the Big Ten, and you have a lot of different at least top 25, top 20 teams around here in this area that you be able to schedule and add that another ranked team on your schedule.
Yeah, definitely. So you see Notre Dame covering the number or no?
I do.
You do.
I do. But it's something late. It's the defense getting us a turnover. Maybe you're up by a field goal and you go down and you score a touchdown.
Yeah, that's or turnover. Like I see the Notre Dame covers are like team turns the ball over, 4 minutes to go. They have 3 timeouts. They come down to take a field goal to make it a 10-score game instead of a touchdown game. Like last night almost with the Commanders, I mean, I know the game was like if you had a live spread of 14.5, for example, you turn the ball over there, you're down 17 now, you're in trouble. Obviously, Washington goes and scores, but that's kind of how I feel with this Notre Dame team.
No, and the thing is with this Notre Dame team that people haven't been talking about, so I'm here in South Bend, and it's been all over our news that this is the first game in Notre Dame history that they will be serving alcohol.
Wow.
It's going to be rowdy. Texas A&M's coming into town. You're going to have some of these, we're going to say underage kids probably sipping an alcohol for the first time in their life, especially going to Notre Dame. They never even sniffed that.
I wonder why they're doing. I didn't think you could sell on campus. I thought there was some rule.
They'll be stopped selling by the third quarter. It will be rowdy, especially if they bring on that green shell before the fourth quarter. It's going to be rocking. But the thing, and before we get into bets into this game, while we're on the subject of having that 2 weeks to prepare, I love a Notre Dame -1.5 first quarter. You're telling me you have 2 weeks to prepare for this opening drive. So you're going to get one possession or at least maybe two possessions in the first quarter. You got to make something of that. You had 2 weeks to prepare for this first drive of the game. You got to get some points out of it.
I like that. First half -1.5 or first quarter -1.5. You need to stop and score, basically. You probably get two. Each team probably gets two possessions. The way Notre Dame plays, if they get the ball first, Texas A&M probably gets one possession.
Right.
Or one and a quarter possessions, not enough to score points on. But I worry about Marcel Reed and how explosive he is. Like, that's the only thing that I'm hesitant on with a first quarter spread, just because he can make something out of nothing really quickly.
Right.
But I do like that play. I agree. I mean, they're going to come out scripted plays and run the ball with Jeremiah Love and probably try to.
And the rumor on the street is they're going to keep feeding Price.
Yeah. Price
is the man. Price was offered $6 million to go somewhere else, and he obviously stayed.
Yeah.
I mean, a Richard Mill NIL deal probably talks, but they're going to keep feeding him. And if you were lining Jeremiah Love out at the slot position from not even a year ago, a few months ago, he was on Heisman. I mean, he was a Heisman candidate. I mean, people were talking about him. Like, where's this guy been during the playoffs? You finally got to see him play. And you're not even using the dude had 4 carries before halftime and ended the game with 10 carries.
Yeah.
You gotta go back to what you're like. Why change?
Yeah.
Especially with a fresh quarterback. Why are you making him work too much?
Yeah.
Slow it down. I mean, you heard Kirk last night with Jordan Love. Those quick out passes. He kept saying, "Oh, he's in rhythm now. He's in rhythm." Get your quarterback in a rhythm.
Yeah, definitely. So you like them to cover the number. So let's talk about, before we move into your teaser of the week, real briefly here. Florida versus LSU. Florida on the Swamp. How do you see Florida responding in this spot?
The only way Florida knows how to respond, to lay a fucking egg. Legit an egg. They're done. Get Billy out of there. I mean, we talked about it last week. We talked about it the week before. The fact that this man has a job, I don't care what he did at the end of last year. It's cool. Where was that at the beginning of the year? I mean, it's the same thing over and over again with Florida. I mean, they're going to go in there. I mean, at the end, this is Brian Kelly's game to lose.
Yeah.
Everything that Brian Kelly has gotten over the years being down there, I mean, everything that he's gotten, including the shit you could say I've given him on a platter, you have to win this game. Yeah. And if you want to make a statement, if you want your quarterback to stay in that Heisman run, let him eat. Let him eat. Give him numbers. You blow Florida out. Let the country know what LSU is.
Yeah. I mean, even I had my concerns after the Clemson game, because Dabo was like, well, whatever. He put what's his name on blast. He put quarterback on blast. Cade on blast there. Yeah. So, I'm thinking, well, okay, well, maybe Cade just didn't play well, and LSU's defense had opportunities, even though they looked really good throughout the entire game. And then Clemson goes and plays terrible last week against a non-factor opponent. So after that, I'm like, okay, maybe LSU is pretty legit. So we'll see. I like LSU here. 7.5 at home's a tough number to lay, but I would take LSU money line in a parlay for sure.
It's Tanner. and this goes back to the Notre Dame game. It's a 7:30, 7 o'clock Saturday night.
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen. We talked about it before that Oklahoma Michigan game. I mean, we didn't. I know I was on Michigan, but you said it week one. The effect of playing at home at night in college football, it's undefeated. I mean, go back and look at last week 2. Every home team at night in top 25 won.
Yeah, definitely. But then you get the games too, where like LSU goes on the road and beats Clemson in a night game. That's the difference. Like, so you just don't know what's going to happen.
Right. But I mean, everything's telling me if it's a rat trap, it's a rat trap. But I'm gonna eat all that cheese up because that's the thing. LSU, I just think has better quality players on the field that will just, and then you're gonna see Florida get the stupid penalties and beat Florida.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking at schedules here right now. I've never seen Penn State's got some tough games to end the season. Don't get me wrong, but like you go Nevada, FIU, Villanova to start your season. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I was watching the McAfee show yesterday. Nebraska's coach was on there, and he was talking about they were like, I mean, your first 3 weeks is kind of like cupcake before getting into like the Big Ten. He goes, yeah. What I tell my guys, the NFL, they have 3 preseason games. These are our 3 preseason games. I was like, geez. I mean, if that's the way you're going to hold it, you better start winning then. If that's the way you're going to be speaking online,
Nebraska survived against Cincinnati week 1.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't be talking the way you're talking and barely beating your preseason games because you're trying to figure out what you got.
I mean, they go Akron and then they go HCU, which is Houston Christians. Like they had a few easy ones there, but I don't think Nebraska's that good. But anyways, Brock, we got a couple minutes left here. So give me your best bets, teaser of the week, all that good stuff.
This just goes back to what we talked about of a Notre Dame -6 and LSU when you could get them. I think what are they -7 now, -8.5, 8 in that range.
Yeah.
Well, this teaser I got for you is Notre Dame. All of them tease them down to 6. Notre Dame -1.
Okay.
South Carolina +5. This is at the beginning of the week, so now you can get South Carolina for plus money with this teaser.
Yep.
USC -15. Alabama -14.5. Ole Miss -1, which that line has also dropped, and LSU -1.5. That's plus 711.
I like it.
Yep.
I like that. That's a good one for you there. I'm gonna go. So if I had to make my best bets of the week, I don't have a teaser prepared necessarily, but just going through the slate, I like Georgia Tech plus 3.5 at home against Clemson. I do like that line.
You think they get after it there?
I think so. A little bit of a trap line, the way Georgia Tech has looked so far this season, but I don't trust Clemson right now.
No, it's too much cancer going on in there, man.
Yeah,
I think they got internal problems.
I don't trust them going on the road. I mean, they haven't gone on the road all season yet. They haven't looked good at home. Why would I trust them on the road? Maybe that's what they need to wake up, but I'll take the 3.5. I think that could be a good number to tease too a little bit. I like Georgia. The spread keeps dropping here.
Mm-hmm.
I like Georgia to cover against Tennessee.
See, and that's another one you could tease Tennessee up to like plus 10, plus 11.
Yeah,
or even get Georgia for plus a couple points.
Yeah, I mean, I nothing would make me happier than I think to see Tennessee win the game because that helps out Texas, who have more stuff tied to this season.
Right.
But overall, I think Georgia's going to go win that football game. I would take them minus the 4.5 on the road. Probably wait to live bet them, and then I like the South Florida play we talked about first half 10.5. I think that's a really good bet.
No, absolutely. And remember Notre Dame first quarter -1.5, and right down the road, in West Lafayette, I see USC coming to town and just keep on rolling.
Yeah,
they're at -20.5. That line dropped, and shout out to the Alabama. Wisconsin starting quarterback, they are out. He's out this week. So they still have something to prove, especially in 3 weeks going to Georgia. So they have to keep piling on if they want to have any type of resume for the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Brock, that was another fun episode of our college football show. Week 3 in the books. What are you looking most forward to this week?
I mean, last week I said the back was against the wall, and I'm not moving. I'm staying down. I'm just ready, throwing haymakers. I mean, I will be out in South Bend tailgating for that Texas A&M Notre Dame game. So I mean, it's in the air.
There you
It's
go.
in the air, and it's not chlamydia. So
that's awesome. I'm looking forward to I can't wait for some of the night games we got this week. I'm really looking for the Notre Dame game. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't usually turn on NBC at 7:30 on a Saturday night. I'd rather be watching ABC and ESPN on SEC on ABC, whatever it is, the big ABC game. I don't really like the NBC Notre Dame broadcast, but it's a big game.
No, absolutely. It's gonna be a fun one. I mean, they're gonna be serving alcohol, so I mean, a lot of these Catholics, they love to drink.
There you go. Yeah. Well, guys, that's College Football Show for a week 3. We'll see you back here next week for a week 4.